You're watching E.T.N. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to discuss Star Wars. Yes, Star Wars. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is supposed to be coming out later this year, directed by our beloved kaiju director, Gareth Edwards, Godzilla director, I should say. And interesting story. You know, I was on The Nation a couple of weeks ago, and somebody asked the question, do you think there's a chance we'll see Vader in Rogue One? And I put in my comment, my opinion, I felt that we would. I felt there was a good chance because if these guys are going to steal the plans of the Death Star and Vader's, you know, obviously a big time boss in the Empire, I don't see why we wouldn't have a run-in. And when you consider that if this story is supposed to be about stealing the Death Star plans, the people who stole the plans, they got the plans to the rebellion, but they didn't exactly make it. So who's to say that they didn't die at Vader's hand while they stole those plans? Now, sure enough, there was a report the other day that it sounds like that might be the case. It sounds like there is a pretty good feeling that Vader will be returning in Rogue One. And the other rumor is that James Earl Jones will be voicing him. Now, this is going to be interesting because James Earl Jones is pretty old now. From what I gather, he's I don't want to say on the last leg. I mean, we've had enough celebrity deaths this week, but, it'll be interesting to see if he does return, if he has the energy and stuff like that to return. It could be that it'd just be a small cameo. It could just be that he just has to speak a couple of lines. We don't know how big, if Vader is in this movie, we don't know how big his role is going to be, but it makes sense. It makes sense. It would be a good way to give people Vader again without trying to go to the well in terms of bringing him back to life and stuff like that. So I think I think there's a very good chance. Hopefully this report is true. From what I understand, the other thing it's saying is that they are they're designing his outfit, his helmet, and everything to look exactly the way it did in A New Hope. So, and that the actor who's going to actually play Vader in the body is going to be somebody completely different from Hayden or whatever. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a perfect way to bring Vader back without having to go above and beyond storytelling to do it. It would make sense he's in this movie. If this movie takes place between Episode 3 and A New Hope, then it makes perfect sense that he's in the movie. He is one of the leaders of the Empire. So, if somebody's trying to steal the plans for your major battle station, I think Vader's going to be involved in that investigation. I think there's a pretty good chance he's going to get his hands dirty with that. Because obviously if it happens, he would have to answer to his emperor. We all do know eventually that the plans did get to the rebellion in Episode 4. But that's to say if it's about that. That's a rumor too. We don't exactly know the story, but the rumor is that it's supposed to be about stealing the Death Star plans. We'll see what happens. I would be very excited to see Vader in another Star Wars movie, and this would probably be the one, once again, that makes perfect sense. The other thing is there's supposed to be a young Han Solo cameo or a young Han Solo role. So that's another casting they're looking for. Again, I'm not saying that's a guarantee. That's another part of the rumorville regarding this movie. But now that The Force Awakens has come and gone, and I know there's still people out there watching it, but it's got a couple more weeks before it's out the theaters, the focus is going to turn to Rogue One. That's going to be the next big Star Wars movie coming out this year. And then 6 or 7 months after that, you got Episode 2. So I'm sure we're going to start hearing a lot of things regarding Rogue One. This is one of the first things I've heard outside of, the cast and all that kind of stuff. And it does make sense. It does make sense if Vader comes back. I would almost think they would have to bring him back. I mean, he would have to have a big role in trying to prevent the rebellion from doing something, whether it's stealing the plans or something else. And I don't think we'll see him in any lightsaber battles because at that point, the only Jedi left in this story at this point would be Kenobi and Yoda. So I don't think we'll see him dueling somebody, but that doesn't mean we won't see him killing people, interrogating people, flexing his leadership muscles within the Empire. And I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. I don't necessarily have to see him lightsaber dueling, but seeing him nonetheless would be very exciting. It would be very nostalgic. That's one of those nostalgic things that you welcome. So we'll see. We have months to go before Rogue One. We'll hear many different rumors, many different stories. We still have trailers to come out eventually at some point later on this year. Who knows? We might see one for the Super Bowl. That would be great. But how do you feel about Vader potentially coming back in Rogue One, a Star Wars story this year? I like it. I think it makes sense. It would be a good nostalgic touch as long as it incorporates into the story well. So I'm all for it. But again, we don't have any guarantees. Right now it's a rumor, but it sounds like a pretty strong rumor. How do you guys feel about it? How do you guys feel about Vader coming back for this movie? And if he does come back, what would you want to see from it? Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit E.T.N's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.